Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Erica, the Black Nationalist, coming back at you. This one is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to still tie in with the videos that I have just recently put out. This one is from the usnews.com with the title Masked White Nationalist March in Washington with Police Escort. And it makes mention of how the police escort was about 150 masked members of the Patriot Front. Now, these individuals, these white men, they know, white people know that their numbers are dwindling. So while we're all discussing the situation with Gayle King and with Oprah Winfrey, individuals like that, we're discussing individuals like Susan Rice, we have Amy Schumer. All of these individuals, they got us so drastically distracted. This is what's going on around us. This took place yesterday in Washington. Now, the article went on to say that they were dressed in khaki pants and caps, blue jackets, and white face masks, shouted, "Reclaim America" and "Life, Liberty, Victory." That is what white people believe in. When they say, "Give me liberty or death," they mean it. White men in particular have said countless of times that this country needs to have a second civil war. Are we ready for that? The reason why I have to ask that question is, again, what I just made mention about with Snoop Dogg, with him apologizing. Yes, he did make a comeback at Charlemagne when he said black women are not the enemy. This is something recently that I saw on my Facebook page. And that Snoop Dogg, he came back saying, well, now, they have to understand as to how we feel, or black men is how they feel. Well, that is true. But by us being so divided, because see, white people had engineered us so well to make sure that we take our eyes off of the main problem, which is fighting against white supremacy. They have perfected that. So while we are bickering with each other right now, we're trying to stomp out the house Negroes that's running wild. The sleeper cells in our community, they have finally awoken. We have these white men who could be doctors, lawyers, teachers, anything that your everyday job is concerned. They over here out here saying reclaim America. You have to ask, reclaim America from whom? The last time I checked, they are the ones that's in control of it. But see, by the world spiraling out of control, it's all due to them, not us. Because when you want to maintain power, you are going to do so in any type of sick or twisted way. May it be through slavery, or may it just be through killing us, no longer in the streets, but now in our homes. Now, here's what got me. It's where it says at the end of this article, the Metropolitan Police spokeswoman. Remember what I said? White women, they are alongside with their white men. She said that the First Amendment demonstration was peaceful with no incidents or arrests. And Germany, the Germans made sure that anything that was anti-Jewish, they destroyed it all. You can't find a German over there marching in protest against the Jews. They won't allow it. That's why their immigration laws are so lax, because they don't want to be looked bad upon again, after what they did to the Jews. Here in America, we can have these racist white people walking around, even though they mask up, talking about some reclaim America, life, liberty, and victory. We know the last time that they had that protest in Charlottesville, Virginia, one of them has killed a young lady, Heather Heyer. They murdered her because that's how much hatred and evilness that they had, and how much they want to maintain their power. So, yes, we should be stumping out individuals in our community. And when I mean stomping out, I'm talking about as far as silencing and putting these house Negroes on the spot so that they can run away in fear from us. While we have this situation with among us of those who wants us to go along with white mommy and white daddy, because they want to feel safe. While white daddy that they want the pat on the head for, he's over here busy marching in the streets, letting everyone know that we're here. See, that's why, again, going back to what Malcolm X said, is that we needed to adopt the black nationalist ideology because it meant owning land, it meant owning property, it meant having our own businesses as well so that the money can retain and can stay in our community. We are now at the mercy of the very people that hate us. We are at the very mercy of those that wants to annihilate us. Every single day, they are thinking of ways to annihilate us, no matter what. It used to be that you would go, that the slave catchers, how they would shoot an unarmed black person in the car. Then they went from choking them in front of the convenience stores. Then they went from shooting an unarmed black man in the back as he trying to escape. And now they went so far as, we're going to enter your homes and we're going to blast you. They have thought of so many different ways to make sure that they exterminate us, no matter what the case may be, or trying to find a way to put us right back into slavery. We have a war. We have been at war with these people ever since they stepped foot on Africa. On the African soil, we have been at war with them. We always have to have that morality type spirit against people who hate us. That morality needs to go out the door. White people, and as you see in this screenshot, they are young white men. We always want to think that they are some older white men with the beard, the white hair, they got the big stomach. No, no. They are younger and younger. Why? As I have said before, they are learning this from their mothers. White woman teaches white supremacy. Racism, that is a taught behavior. It is learned. And the child's first teacher is who? It is the mother. This is why I'm trying to stress so much to us that we need to stop looking at white women as being so innocent. Just as we look at white men as they are deadly, we need to look at white women the same way. Because, and according to the book, she was they were her property. They had the same mindset. In history, they always went to war with their men to make sure that they conquered the land that they had wanted, even if it meant them killing very people of their family members for them to usurp the throne. White women have this history. We need to stop thinking that white women cannot do any wrong. This is why we have white women out here in full force attacking us. And they are turning their heads. Listen, they are turning their heads against what their white men are doing. This is something that I just saw on my feed on Facebook that I didn't even know. And then I just started reading. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. This took place yesterday. So while we had Susan Rice, who is a government official, she want to threaten Snoop Dogg, who did not make a threat to Gayle King, but yet here we have these white nationalists, and I don't care if they want to say that they are it's a peaceful protest. These are the individuals that goes around shooting people in the church, in the schools, at the movie theater, no matter what. These are the very ones that commit these mass murders. These are the very ones that goes around shooting our black men, women, and children. They shoot them down. That is who they represent. That is who they are. And yet you want to have Susan Rice, you want to go after a lone black man, a private citizen, talking about she's going to send an army. This is the problem with the Boule class. The Boule makes up of mixed individuals, especially a black parent and a white parent. They are light enough to appear to be white, but they're not white so that they can be in their group, in the white group. They was not liked or looked upon in favor with the dark black men and women because they looked down on the dark black men and women. So they had to find a way so that they could feel comfortable with themselves, and then it gave birth to the boule. That's what it gave birth to. So it is no surprise as to why these boules are coming out here in full force. They know that they're white. They know that they just missed it because one of their parents is a Negro. So they want to come out here and prove that, you know what, I may not be fully white, but I can truly act like one. And this is what I'm going to do. Black people, my fellow black men and women and children, please always stay ready. If you're ready, you will never feel that you need to get ready. Just stay ready. No matter where you go and what you do. I don't care if it means you're going to the bus stop. Always look around your surroundings. Also, when it comes to you going to school, your children, our children are being targeted. There was a teacher, I believe it was last year or the year before last, it was a young boy, probably like first and second grade, and there was a photo that the white teacher put a sticker of a bullet mark on his forehead. And I don't think they suspended this teacher. I'm not sure. But when I say always be ready and be prepared, prep your children. Because when our children goes into these white establishments, these white schools, these teachers, they already looking at our young black boys already to be either put down, meaning dead, or going right to prison. What human being, what adult would want to put a sticker of a bullet on their forehead? Evil. That is what it is. It's called being evil. It's called being sadistic. It's called not viewing us black people as being fully human beings. When you are at work, always be careful. Don't allow these people to try to trip you up. Me personally, they like to ask me, I know at my job, to come do some social events with them. I tell them no. I don't give them a reason, but I tell them no. Because the reason why is because the minute that you do some social event with them, if you might slip up because they do like to drink, you might slip up and say something, you go in Monday, next thing you know, you in HR, and then you're fired, and you trying to figure out what in the world just happened. You might get Susie that said, oh, he brushed up against me, sexual harassment. You may have the same Susie who want to sit up and say, yeah, this black woman, she looked at me wrong and weird, and I felt uncomfortable and I didn't feel safe around her, and you're gone. You're gone. That's it. Because they know that they have that position to do so. Why? Because they practice white nationalism. They practice it. Every other group practice it except us. And this is why we are always at the mercy. So I just wanted to bring this out, my little thoughts on it. I think I need to start doing little stuff like this, but I may not be able to do so. I just wanted to bring this out to you guys because I know we are all focused on with Gayle King and Oprah. They are all distractions. They are distractions. They got us black people going at each other. They sending out their tools. They sending out the house Negroes so to protect the white power. They are sending out their tools to protect white power. Lamont Hill, he didn't say anything negative about the Jewish community or anything like that, but CNN, they fired him. Now he wants to come out and protect some white reporter who literally said nigger on national television. And then he want to have the nerves to sit up and say that how much we don't respect black women. And then you have Charlemagne the God. He said black women aren't the enemy. Well, you know what? You have to flip it the same way as well, because black women has truly put themselves as being enemies to black men. And you see that every single day. We saw that with the incident with Kobe Bryant. We saw that with the incident with R. Kelly. When I have mentioned and showed and provided proof as how it was black men that was the driving force against the anti-R. Kelly, trying to put him in jail. We saw this with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby should not be sitting in jail living out the rest of his days in that area. He should not. He should be at home with his wife and with his grandkids. That's what he should be doing. But yet we have our woman that was out there because white woman pushed them out there and saying, you know what, we want you guys to fight alongside us, even though we know it's going to drive a further wedge between your people. See, white women, they don't care. At the end of the day, they still going to stick by their man. At the end of the day, they do not care. So I want us black people to realize that we need to find a common ground. I don't care if you have a dislike with the black person that you know of personally, but when it comes to us having to stand as one, we need to put those differences aside and we need to fight together. That's the only way that we are going to survive. We have to be ready for that. These white nationalists, these white supremacists, they are drumming it up every single day. They are keeping the steady beat. Trump, yes, we know he's a racist, but I'm gonna tell you something. The minute that Obama got in, what that did was pull back the sheet that racism never left. A lot of black people always want to think that, oh, because they land down with somebody that's non-black, racism left. No, racism has never left. It's alive and it's doing well. It's just that we do know under Trump that it's just amplified, but it was already screaming loud and clear under Obama. We should not have to be saying this, but guess what? We're saying it. So my question is, are you ready? Are you ready to sacrifice yourself for the next generation? Are we ready to pick up the torch that was dropped by our baby boomers to carry on what our ancestors wanted us to do in order for us to survive and to thrive? This is a matter you have to look at this as life and death because black men and women, my fellow foundational black Americans, this is life and death. These people, they are willing to die for their next generation. Are we?